Long time no see. Let's see how that goes. Hello, everybody. I hope you guys are having a beautiful Tuesday. Okay, making sure I had all my stuff together. Arlie, I'm good. How are you? Dig it. Does anyone remember Jasper the doll? Was I the only person who remembers Jasper the doll by chance? I'll have to find it. It was on TikTok for a while. I'll have to find it. Arlie, you want your Oracle card for the day, my friend? Oh, thanks for the heart, my dude. Let's see. Let's see. Arlie, this is Archangel Amethyst. Purify your life with love and prepare for something better. Let's see. I kind of feel like being crafty today, guys. I don't know why. I feel like creating something. Hi, Deborah. Drawing this card suggests that you are ready for an ascension leap. However, you must first transmute any vibrations that no longer serve you, so you're being asked to examine your life. Is anyone holding you back? Do you feel stuck in any particular area? Is your work satisfying, or is it time for a change? Do you need to release an old belief? When you have identified issues, people, or energies that have fulfilled their purpose, ask Archangel Amethyst to help you release them with love. Call on her to bathe you in her amethyst light to transmute all lower vibrations. Know that she is doing all that you allow her to do in order to assist your transition. The power of new visions will attract different people, work, or situations into your life. Ensure that your thoughts are positive so that you replace the old with something better. Hi, soul! Hello, everybody. Deborah, thanks for the you're awesome, my friend. Arlie, that was fabulous. That was fab. I hope everyone's having a beautiful Tuesday. We're hanging out. I opened 3 reading spots today, whether you want to do past lives, spirit guides, or energy work. If you're someone who would like an oracle card, let me know. I also am going to put up the new movie night poll later on today. And then what else? Oh, tomorrow is energy work and readings for people over in the Patreon. It's the first live stream, so make sure you come and hang out. And then don't forget, next week's workshop in the Patreon is all about energetic hygiene. Stop, Jack. Get your mouth out of your paw. God. All right, let's see. Thank you, my friend. You got it. Deborah, thanks for the heart me. Hi, Beth. I see you down there. All right, Deborah, let's see. Hi, Amanda. Hello. Yes, it's been cold enough for me to wear them. Somebody asked me about it the other day, and I tagged your shop. I hope it was the right one. Amanda, how are you? All right, Deborah, let's see what we got. Deborah, this is Archangel Charity. Give with an open heart and be generous. Let's see. This card invites you to open your heart and give without expectation of reward. This is a time for generosity. You may offer money, goods, assistance, or loving kindness. Whatever you choose to donate, it is your attitude that is being assessed by the universe. When you are big-hearted, magic happens in the cosmos, and the recipient of your liberality is blessed not just by your gift, but also by the love with which you offer it. This opens their heart too. Your guidance is to practice unconditional giving so that you feel your heart warming and expanding. This activates the spiritual law of grace so that you receive a tenfold return of divine energy into your life. You're welcome. Thank you for sending them. It's finally, like, it just snowed in North Carolina, so it was perfect time. Perfect time. Oh, Deborah, that was fabulous. Thanks for letting me pull it for you. All right, soul, let's see, my friend. I don't know, John. What do you think your future is? All right, soul, what we got? Soul, this is Seraphim Seraphiel. Tune into the divine will and open to higher illumination. Let's see. When the Seraphim Seraphiel comes to you, he's inviting you to step up your light. Imagine what your life would be like if you opened your heart completely and then act as if it is fully open. When you do so, Seraphiel will bring you inner peace, happiness, healing, abundance, and love. Expand your heart and receive his illumination. This card is also a call for you to tune into your higher self and listen to your divine will. Then do whatever needs to be done to harmonize with the divine blueprint for your life. And when you do this, your life will be enriched beyond your wildest imaginings. All the help you need is pouring into you now. Chantel, thanks for the heart me. Welcome in, everybody. I'm going through the list for Oracle cards, so bear with me. I promise I'll get to you. I opened 3 spots today for readings, whether you want to do energy work, spirit guides, or past lives. They're 22 or they're over here. And then tomorrow is the live stream in Patreon for everyone's energy work or readings. And then don't forget, there's also another one on Sunday, and the new podcast episode is on Friday. Da, da, da. All right, let's see. Amanda, what do I got for you, my friend? Hi, Kai. What do I got for Amanda? Amanda, this is Archangel Bootyali. Be independent and expand your horizons. This card calls on you to expand your horizons. This is an important incarnation for you, so step up to be all that you can be. Develop interdependence, for this is the quality that will enable the new golden age to flourish. As you practice it, others will follow your light. Invoke unicorns and ask them to work with you, and your purity will be noted. Your higher guidance is to influence people and promote a flow of goodwill, love, peace, and accord. By liaisoning with others, communicating and cooperating for the highest good, you will enable your life to flow in harmony. Hi, Claire. Amanda, fabulous, my friend. All right, Jesse, let's see what we got. Oh, and don't forget, the Live Ether 102 is this month. Oh, and then we have guided meditations coming up. One's for Lupercalia, too. Jesse, this is the Seraphim Seraphiel. You're welcome. It's good to see you. Tune into the divine will and open to higher illumination. Let's see. When the Seraphim Seraphiel comes to you, he is inviting you to step up your light. Imagine what your life would be like if you opened your heart completely, then act as if it's fully open. When you do so, Seraphiel will bring you inner peace, happiness, healing, abundance, and love. Expand your heart and receive his illumination. This card is also a call for you to tune into your higher self and listen to your divine will. Then do whatever needs to be done to harmonize with the divine blueprint for your life, and when you do this, your life will be enriched beyond your wildest imaginings. All the help you need is pouring into you now. For some reason, I feel the need to show this real quick. Jesse, that was fabulous. If you're someone who wants to know what your guides want you to know, and what's going on in your energy, I have spirit guide snapshots. They look like this. It tells you what's in your energy and then all the stuff that your guides want you to know. And whatever time you book the appointment for is around the time that it shows up in your email. All right, let's see. Chantel, are you still here with me? Hi, Queen. Hey, Soul. Did I pull a card for you? I can't remember if I did or not. I feel like I did, but there's something telling me to just ask. All right, Chantel, let's see. Okay, just checking. All right, Chantel, let's see. Chantel, this is Archangel Jophiel. Act with wisdom and use information for the highest good. I don't do yes and no questions, Anna, but I'm sending you all the love in the world. All right, let's see what we got. This is the card of wisdom. Wisdom means gathering available information and applying it for the highest good. You're being guided to use yours carefully today in a situation or a relationship or help others. Call on Archangel Jophiel and he'll help you raise your frequency so you can act or advise from a wise perspective. Choosing this card also suggests that you're in a position to impart helpful or sacred knowledge. You are also being guided to send Archangel Jophiel's angels to situations where they're needed and to receive light codes to accelerate your own ascension. Amanda, thanks for the heart me. Hi, Courtney. Okay. Kai. Thanks, boo. I'm good. How are you? All right, let's see, Anna. I don't do yes and no questions, my friend, but my suggestion, reach out to your son. All right, let's see. Hi, you're welcome. So don't forget, last night was movie night. Tomorrow is the live stream to do people's readings and energy work over in the Patreon. The new podcast episode comes out this week. It's coincidentally the same day as my 8-year sobriety anniversary, so I'm very proud of myself for that, and I'm going to keep talking about it. And then what else? Oh, there's also another live stream on Sunday to do people's readings, and then another guided meditation next week. All right, let's see. Hi, Shay. How are you? All right, Kai, what we got? Oh. Kai, this is Archangel Aurora. Welcome new beginnings and let the sun shine in your life. Let's see. Choosing this card suggests that something new is about to awaken within you. A light may switch on in your mind regarding an aspect of your life or your future, and you may suddenly see new possibilities or wake up to the potential in a person or a project. It's time for an old attitude or situation to drop away and be replaced in a moment by light and happiness. You may have been considering a change in your work, situation, or relationship and hoping for something better to emerge. Don't give up hope. Something new and beautiful is about to burst into your life, and when the moment arrives, be ready to receive it with open-hearted love and wisdom. It is timely and welcome. You deserve what is coming, so accept it with joy. Hello, everybody. Kai, that was fabulous. I hope you're all having a beautiful day. I have 3 spots open for readings today, whether you want to do energy work, spirit guides, or past lives. They're 22 or they're over here. Don't forget, spirit guide snapshots and past life snapshots are also available via the report. And then don't forget, Ember's on a free trial in the Patreon if you want to come check it out. All right, Queen. You're welcome, boo. What do I got for Queen today? Hello. Queen, this is Archangel Faith. With faith, you are invincible, so believe in yourself. Let's see. Archangel Faith is touching you as you read this card. She's reminding you that while blind faith is an illusion, you know the truth in your heart, so trust it and know that faith does not waver. It is 100% certain, and it is a rock-solid foundation for anything you wish to do or create. Your guidance is to check that you have absolute trust in an important aspect of your life. Do you believe in a relationship you are in or wish to embark on a career move, something you've decided to do or a dream you want to pursue? To the extent that you have faith, it'll succeed. So call in Archangel Faith to support you, enhance your inner will, and strengthen your determination so success is assured. Be ready to move mountains. That was fab. Monica, what do I got for you, my friend? Monica, this is Archangel Uriel. Come into harmony and balance and use your power for peace. Let's see. Choosing this card suggests that you're ready to come into harmony and balance. Call on Archangel Uriel to help your inner wisdom emerge and guide you through any challenges or situations presented to you. You're reminded that when wisdom is your guide, the outcome will always be for the highest good and you'll feel totally safe and secure. This card also suggests it's time to be a peace ambassador, so examine situations from an enlightened perspective, and this will enable your light to become peaceful and golden. Archangel Uriel commands a host of peace angels. Because of free will, they need humans to direct them, so send them to soothe people and situations everywhere. You can also send your golden peace light out into the universe. That was fabulous. Boom. I hope everyone's having a beautiful day. All right, Shay. I got Shay, Pink, Court, and then Lizzie. What do I got for... Hello. Shay, this is Lord Weavesil. Accept and send healing. You are a being of the universe. Let's see. Choosing this card suggests that you're a being of the universe, one whose influence at a soul level extends beyond Earth. To align your frequency with the great angel, find a quiet space, center yourself, and invoke him. Know that he is connecting with you and open yourself to his guidance. Be aware that much is expected of you. This card is also an invitation to attend Lord Weavesil's training establishments on the inner planes. So if this resonates with you, ask to do so before meditation or sleep. And when you return to waking life, make a note of any memories or impressions you've received. He's a great healing angel, so allow yourself to receive healing and send it to others. Shay, that was fab. All right, Pink, you're next. Pink, this is Archangel Jophiel. Act with wisdom and use information for the highest good. This is a card of wisdom. Wisdom means gathering available information and applying it for the highest good. You're being guided to use yours carefully today in a situation or a relationship or to help others. Call on Archangel Jophiel and he'll help you raise your frequency so you can act or advise from a wise perspective. Choosing this card also suggests that you're in a position to impart helpful or sacred knowledge. You're also being guided to send Archangel Jophiel's angels to situations where they're needed and to receive light codes to accelerate your own ascension. Pink, fabulous. All right, Courtney, what do I got for Courtney today? Courtney, this is Archangel Durenka. Hone your psychic abilities and see through illusions. This card guides you to open up to the psychic abilities latent within you. To do this, expand your right brain by listening to your intuition and trusting your inner guidance. Practice choosing with your heart rather than your left brain, and focus on your throat chakra, your spiritual center of truth, and visualize an upward pointing triangle within it. This opens it up to allow Archangel Durenka and Archangel Michael to pour sacred geometric codes into it. Be aware of these angel sonics and know that your psychic abilities are being honed. Choosing this card reminds you that metaphorically you can fly, so expand your vision and focus on your wildest dreams. You have untapped gifts and abilities and are being invited to bring them forward, safe in the knowledge that all the support you need is available to you. All right, Lizzie, Courtney, that was fabulous, my friend. What do I got for Lizzie? This is Lady Gaia. Your challenges are lessons. You are loved and welcome on Earth. Let's see. Earth is a unique mystery school where lessons are taught to you as experiences. You agreed to incarnate now, and then there are great but testing opportunities for accelerated ascension. So your guidance is to examine a challenge that's currently being presented to you. Is this a repeat test? Is this a pattern you need to explore? Are you being called to be strong or detach yourself, or to forgive or be generous, or act in some other way? Resolve to do what you need to do, and once you've passed the test, that person or situation will not return. Within you is a magnificent spiritual diamond that gets brighter as you polish it through learning life's lessons. Lizzie, that was fabulous. All right, Trill, what we got for you, my friend? Trill, this is Archangel Perlamik. Let nature soothe you and serve the nature kingdom. Being in nature calms and balances you so that you can see everything through a loving lens. It also enables you to heal and regenerate, and your guidance is to connect with a tree today. Those beautiful entities are keepers of local knowledge, and they'll automatically download it through your energy fields. Each kind of tree has specific qualities and gifts to offer you, such as help with forgiveness, abundance, consciousness, or grace. Simply tune in and know that you will receive what is right for you. Your guidance is also to serve nature today, so touch or think of a tree and invoke a spiritual energy and visualize it pouring down through that tree and into its roots, spreading through the tree network. That was fabulous, Trill. All right, Beth, what do I got for you today, my friend? Beth, this is the Guardian Angel card. Love yourself unconditionally and ask for help. This card reminds you that you are loved unconditionally. When you remember that, your self-worth, self-esteem, and confidence increase. You feel happier and more harmonious, and you view the outside world with eyes of love. Your guidance now is to see yourself as your angel sees you, and look for the good in yourself and others so that your heart center glows. Then let your own etheric wings will spread and grow, and people will sense them and be drawn to you, so enfold those who need comfort. If you need help, ask your guardian angel, and if what you're asking for doesn't happen, either the timing is wrong or it isn't for the greatest and highest good. All right, Helen. Helen, left or right? Hello. You're so welcome. This is Archangel Premenalik. Be conscientious and cooperate with others for the highest good. Can I ask a question? Is there someone in here who has been dealing with like this fear that they can't seem to shake about their life? Does that make sense? Like, is there someone who's sitting in here like in this position of, wow, I'm really scared that I can't do something? This is the card of teamwork, cooperation, and selfless service. Your guidance is to devote yourself constantly and tirelessly to a vision or a project for the highest good of all. However small your role, communicate with everyone in the team and work as hard as you can towards the collective vision. Your reward will be to feel valued, enriched, and supported by the whole. This may refer to your family, your work situation, or a hobby. If you do not feel fulfilled at the moment, take stock of your life and seek a dream that brings you a sense of satisfaction, and then throw yourself wholeheartedly into achieving it. Helen, thanks for the roses. That was a really good card. No, this is... Give me a second. Hi, Wildflower. When somebody came in here, my hips jumped. Like, big time jump. All right, let me ask a question. Hey, Wildflower. Have you ever had an energy reading? Would you like one? And then what I'm going to say is, we're also going to do some collective energy work around our root chakra in a little bit. So if that's something you're interested in, stay tuned. Melissa, how are you? All right, let's see, Melissa, what we got. This is Archangel Jeremiel. Learn from your challenges, relax, and trust. Beth, do you have to go to work soon? Choosing this card suggests it's time to move beyond a stumbling block in your life with hope and courage. Your guidance is to look at your challenges and see them as opportunities for growth and decide what you have to learn from each. When you've done this, ask Archangel Jeremiel to enfold you in his deep purple amethyst light to transmute your old ego limitations. Open up to his inspiration, support, and messages of hope. Know that your challenges have been orchestrated for your growth and are an important part of your path. All right, so this is what I'm going to do. What I'll do, Wildflower, is this. If Beth is up for it, I'm going to go vibe check Beth. And then if it's something that you think you're comfortable with, you let me know. Sound good? You're welcome, Melissa. Hi, Shayna. What you think, Beth? All right, I'm coming over there. I'm going to shut the viewer wishes off because I don't want people to come in here and throw a heart me and then yell at me that I didn't automatically pull their card. Beth, Are you dealing with like neck pain and like upper back pain? Is there something you're afraid to say, Beth? You don't have to tell me what it is, but is there something you're afraid to say or acknowledge? Do you sometimes feel really heavy in your chest? You also been dealing with left-sided headaches over your left eye? Okay. So I'm gonna show you what this looks like. Your receiving side is your left side. Your right side is your giving side. You have this block in your chest, like okay. You believe that everybody else deserves really good things, but you struggle to believe that for yourself. Is that true? Is this something that's come with you since childhood, Beth? Does your left hip act up more than your right hip? Beth, I'm going to ask you another question. Do you sometimes get frustrated at yourself because you feel like you're walking around with a black cloud? When you get frustrated, are you someone who spirals? Like if you get frustrated, is it game over? Do you get like chest pains on both sides? Can I ask you another weird question? Is one of your legs longer than the other? Okay. Is it your right leg that's longer? Okay. One more question. Is there something that you're okay? Are there times in your life where you feel that you haven't protected yourself well enough and that like you let yourself down or betrayed yourself? Okay, because it looks like, so here's the thing. Remember, all of our energy centers have a front and a back, okay? So when I look at the back of your auric field, if I'm looking at the center of your heart space off to the right side, so off on your giving side, there's just this density that shows me like you feel that you've betrayed yourself and you also like, you hold yourself to a standard that you can't let it happen again. Make sense? We got to find a way for you to come into the confidence that you can handle it without holding on to the fear that it'll happen again. You also deal with belly issues that go to your, like, also, like, lower back pain. Like, when your belly's acting up, do you notice that your back pain's worse? It's like back left. So I'm not going to put your stuff on blast, but I have to ask this question and you don't have to answer it. But is there one certain, maybe a couple of the same incident that really solidified a safety issue? Beth, I'm going to ask you a question. Are you someone who, do you do like grounding or any of those things? Okay. Completely can see it. Get it. Also just want to let you know, not your fault. Easier said than done, but not. Because Beth, what I'm going to say, like, if I can make any suggestion and just start working through the distortion, right? And like the, like wanting to like run out of your body, I would start trying to just be present and ground, even if it's 30 seconds of your time. Like, it doesn't have to be like this big thing, but when you find yourself like spiraling or ruminating or lost in thought, take 30 seconds, if that, to ground yourself. Because I think you'll start to notice a big difference in the way the distortion feels within your body. Because I think what happens is you get this big energetic overload and then it makes you feel frustrated, and then you just kind of like throw everything and you just shut down until the energetic overload passes. Okay, so Beth, if I can suggest you anything, take 30 seconds before you go to work, grow some roots into the ground, see what happens. And I think in those times of overwhelm, try to do it too. I know, what I'll tell you is don't get mad at yourself if you don't remember, because it takes practice. So, just make sure that you are being kind to yourself in the moment when it happens. So if it takes you 20 minutes to remember to ground, Beth, it's still worth doing it. Does that make sense? Beth, if you want, I will type you up a little exercise to do and I'll send it to you on Discord. And that way you can go back and read it. Would that be helpful? Okay. Okay. Let me remember it. Okay. I just wrote a note to remind myself about it. Just made a note to remind myself. Beth, my friend, thank you for letting me in your energy. Emily, thanks for the roses. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hello, my little alligator friend. Yes, with Spirit's Love, what kind of reading are you looking for? You're so welcome, Beth. Thank you for letting me come over there. So with readings for today, they're either energy work, spirit guide, prominent messages from your spirit guide, or a past life reading. Those are the options for readings today. What I just did for Beth was with Kathy. You already know the answer, I think. It's why you're asking me. I don't do yes and no questions. If you don't like where you're at, get a divorce. Start over. You can start over whenever you want. Pink, I'm doing paid readings right now, my friend. Okay. Spirit, do I have your permission to come over into your space? Do you struggle with trusting your intuition? I didn't forget about you, Wildflower. Okay. So that's like the very first thing, because so you get messages. You receive information, but you doubt it. And so you struggle to share it or let it out. Is that accurate? Can I also ask you another question? You hold yourself to a standard that you wouldn't hold other people to. Okay, there's also something about, do you not receive messages through sight? Do you receive messages differently than through sight? Like there's something specifically about sight. Like I'm trying to understand what it is. So do you sometimes focus on one way you receive messages more than the, there it is. Okay. Do you guilt yourself about that? Like, do you think that you're not like good enough because your sight hasn't like fully opened? Thank you for that. Okay, so this is like the one thing I'm supposed to drive home to you. Just because other people can see more doesn't mean that you don't receive the same messages that they do. So remember, we have 7+ different ways which we can receive messages. And if we only focus on one, we'll spiral into this guilt and shame loop. But what if, hypothetically, what if your inner knowing was more prominent and more strength to you than your sight, but you spend a lot of time only focused on trying to improve that? So what I want to tell you is this. You're not less than because your sight is different. But the more you focus on only wanting the sight, you'll miss the other things that come through. The other thing too that I'm going to tell you is, are you someone who struggles with like receiving things? So what I mean by that is, do you struggle with like your worthiness around things? So worthy to receive messages, worthy to receive love, worthy to receive help and support. Do you struggle with that? Okay, so I am going to tell you something. Your third eye could be wide open, and it could be a homing beacon portal for everybody to go through. But if your channel to receive said messages is blocked off, it will never get here. So a lot of people get really caught up in the fact that like, I have to open my third eye. My third eye has to be open. No. If you don't find yourself worthy enough to receive the messages that you're receiving. And if you don't trust yourself and know yourself enough to believe in those messages you're receiving, you will keep blocking yourself off to receiving them. The other thing I'm going to say too, Spirit, is this something you've done like your whole, is something you've done for your whole life? Like, have you had abilities for a really long time? Okay, you've had a lot of people who like didn't believe it. Not only that, but are you also someone who the lens through which you see the world and the lens through which you express yourself, you've been called like too sensitive? Like, people have told you you're a lot before. I can see it. And I have this feeling, that there have been times, and I think you're on the upswing of it now, but there are times where you did like shrink yourself and make yourself smaller to not fit into that label that people gave you. Does that make sense? Okay, I'm going to ask you one more thing. Have you ever sat with your guides and specifically asked them how they talk to you and how their messages come through? Because one of them is like very specific to me. He's telling me like he constantly gives you information and you receive the information, but the block goes from here to here. So what happens is you get the information, you receive it, but then you struggle with being able to believe it. And therefore, because you struggle with, did it come out that way? Is that what really just happened? Is that what it means? Maybe it means this. And in that time of having that distrust, it doesn't come out and it doesn't make it all the way up. Does that make sense? Because I have to tell you, one of your biggest things is not trusting yourself, because you have clear knowing, and I think you know that. So one of the easiest ones for us to like gaslight ourselves out of, and for other people to get gaslit out of, is our clear knowing, right? Like that, for a fact, can't tell you how you know, but you know it. And I think you're someone who wants the facts to back it up. And that's the disconnect that you have to work through of, where the facts come from. And over time, working through it, you'll be able to explain to people how you got to that. Does that make sense? The last thing I'm going to say before I like tap out of here real quick is this. Are you someone who has an energetic, like, foundational practice that you do? Like, are you someone who like goes through and like grounds and puts shields and like does all these things? Like, have you ever asked your guides about that? Okay. There's something specific that they would like to talk to you about around it. So, do you like, are you like talk to them before you go to bed kind of person? Bye, Kenny. Thank you for coming in. Okay, so if I can tell you anything, it would be to reconnect back into them. And there are some things that they would like to teach you, but in teaching it, you're going to have to get through, they'll help you work through your block to your own intuition. So Spirit, I hope you know that just because you can't see things maybe as well as other people do, it doesn't mean you're less than. I am someone who can see, and what I will tell you is there are so many other ways, and I've had my guide shut my sight off because I've become too reliant on it at one point. So if I can implore you, use that as your last one. Work on the other ones, because also remember, things can be deceiving when we see them. So being able to see and also energetically check resonance and other things is like a big part. What are the 7 ways we receive? There would be the clairs. So there's sight, smell, sound, touch, basically all the senses, inner knowing, all that stuff. If you guys are ever interested, I have classes that are on energy basics, mediumship 101. All my classes are $22 a class. They're over on the Patreon. You can grab them, watch them whenever you would like. Spirit, thank you for trusting me in your energy, my friend. It's really always an honor and a privilege. Thank you, thank you. And ask them to come hang out with you in your what's it called? You're welcome. In your dreams, because they will. If you're someone who wants to see a past life, you can ask for that too. So start reconnecting back into them and ask the way that they want to speak to you. Because a lot of the times we'll have this expectation of how they communicate, and because that's not how they communicate, we'll shut ourselves off, if that makes sense, from accepting it. Do. Thanks for letting me in your energy, my friend. All right, I'm going to restart this sucker. Bum. I know there's a couple people who have come in for oracle cards. Are you, Spirit, would you like an oracle card for the day? I'd be happy to pull one for you. Hi, Rain. How are you? Hello. Hi, Loki. Hi, everybody. I hope you guys are having a beautiful day. All right, I'm going to do Spirit's oracle, and then I'm going to do Rain's and Loki's. Hi, Jezebel. All right, Spirit. I'm going to do Wildflower's read, but because I only opened a couple spots, I will open one more spot for a paid reading if somebody wants it. So if you're someone who wants to do past life spirit guides or energy work, just let me know. They're 22, or it's the stuff over here. And then don't forget, if you're someone who's if you're someone who's over on the Patreon, don't forget the first live stream tomorrow is tomorrow for people's energy work and their readings. Jack, I see him, but I can't do anything about it, so you're going to have to just deal with it. Okay. All right, let's see. What do I got for Spirit? This is Archangel Gabriel. Shimmer with diamond light and express your creativity. Let's see. I'm sorry, Jack. Drawing this card suggests that you are seeking clarity about a person or a situation. Sit quietly and ask Archangel Gabriel for guidance. Visualize his vast shimmering cosmic diamond being placed right over your energy fields to hold in the highest light. As this happens, know that old ideas and outmoded viewpoints are being released and that your frequency is rising. This will enable you to see everything from an enlightened perspective. Archangel Gabriel will also support you in writing, art, or any other form of creative expression. Boom! Thanks for the heart me, Miss Emily. Spirit, that was fabulous. Thanks for letting me in your energy, my friend. All right, Rain, what we got? What do we... Ooh. Rain, this is Archangel Hope. Look for a cosmic gift and remember that you deserve it. And don't forget, if you guys are looking for like a more in-depth report about your energy, your past lives, your spirit guides, feel free to check out the spirit guide snapshots or the past life snapshots. Oh no, Rain, can you see it? I don't want to read it until it's back in action. Okay, this card brings the promise of a reward or a gift from the universe. This may be something tangible or the easing of a situation, a new friendship, love, or success. It may even come in the form of unexpected opportunities or something your heart has long desired. Archangel Hope is bringing forward the fresh and unexpected for you. Your guidance is to look out for this blessing, however small, and receive it with thanks and pleasure. Archangel Hope is holding the cosmic door that allows it in, and she is assessing your response. Gratitude opens the floodgates to cosmic bounty, so be thankful, for then you will receive the abundance you deserve and accept it with joy. Rain, that was fabulous. Loki. Loki, my little trickster friend. This is Archangel Raquel. Enter higher planetary service and be a blazing light. You're welcome, Rain. Thanks for hanging out with me, my friend. All right, let's see. This card calls you to higher planetary service in a way that illuminates you as you serve. It suggests you bring light down through your 12 chakras and then mentally connect with Archangel Raquel and send the energy through the ley lines. Then form bridges of light to the great pyramids of Earth and the stars, and see Earth and the cosmos light up with pure golden light. It is important to make sure you're grounded and receptive through the process, for pure energy from Archangel Raquel is now streaming back up through you, lighting you up. Be a blazing flame and radiate in all directions. All right, Miss Emily Wildflower, are you still here with me? What do we have for Emily today? This is Archangel Christine. Accept the Christ light and act with wisdom and loving compassion. Your guidance is to open up Archangel Christine and allow her to fill you with Christ light as well as wisdom. Know that from the moment you invoke her, she starts to pour unconditional love and golden wisdom into you. She helps you experience everyone and everything from an enlightened perspective. Take a moment to feel her energy flowing into your mind and then consciously beam the light that you've received to others. Archangel Christine calls on you to approach every person you meet today with wisdom and loving compassion. Notice how they respond to you, and in addition, treat situations around you with sagacity. What I will tell you is, if you're someone who randomly feels hot for no reason, check your cords, because energy burns will do that too, but everyone blames it on menopause. Okay, so Wildflower, do I have permission to come over and visit? It was. Thank you for letting me pull it for you, Emily. Loki, when's the last time you cut your cords, dude? All right, Wildflower, I'm coming over there. Ooh. Wildflower, do you have belly issues? Bye, Monica. Have a good day, my friend. How about lower back pain? It isn't, though. That's the thing. The first thing when I clicked into you was like I wanted to double over. So okay, so it might not be residing in your belly, but your solar plexus and especially your sacral chakra is hanging out in your lower back. So can I ask you a question? Did you have some really adverse experiences in childhood that still follow you to this day? You have trouble trusting people? You have a crunchy left side. Really crunchy. Okay, Wildflower, I'm going to ask you something else. Are you someone who struggles to like sit with yourself? Our body does that to help us protect ourselves a lot of the time. Do you also have hip pain? So no, I don't mean love being alone. So it's one thing to like being alone, but being with yourself is a totally different subject. So what I mean by that is there are plenty of people who love to be alone but can't sit with themselves. So what that looks like is making sure you're busy always listening to something or watching something or always doing something, whether you're around other people or not. Do you find it hard to stop doing stuff so you can just be present with your own thoughts? So Wildflower, what I'm going to tell you is this. I'm just going to rapid fire tell you what I can see real quick. And then you use your discernment and you do with it whatever you would like. There's a ton of distortion at your feet, which tells me it's hard for you to feel grounded. You carry a lot on your shoulders. Wouldn't be surprised if your shoulders hurt. It looks like you have this weird energy ball that's lodged in your left hip. I wouldn't be surprised if that's where some of your trust stuff comes from, and your sacral chakra is lit up like a Christmas tree. So I wouldn't be super shocked if there's some protective stuff going on. It also links to why your lower back usually hurts. And I wouldn't be surprised if when your lower back hurts, if it shoots left versus hurts more on the right. The other thing I'll say is it's heavy here. So make sure that you're carrying your burdens and not everybody else's. Make sense? And jaw tension. Jaw tension. There you go. That's a good start. All right, I'm gonna pop out 1 second. My suggestion to you will be the same thing I suggested to Beth. Start getting some kind of physical grounding exercise in, doing your own grounding stuff, things like that. But you carry a ton of tension here, and then you have this big distortion that hangs out in your left hip. And then, like, I wouldn't be surprised if you have times where you just are really overstimulated and want to, like, run out of your body. And having a built-in grounding exercise will help with it quite a bit. Wildflower, thanks for letting me come visit. Wildflower, do you want an oracle card? So I want to remind everybody that it is Tuesday. So last night was movie night. Every other Tuesday is craft night in the Discord. So it's not this Tuesday, it's next Tuesday. Tomorrow is the very first live stream for people's readings in the Patreon. If you're someone who's over there, remember, if you're a part of a tier over on Patreon, there are readings that you're due every month. And then the new podcast episode is on Friday. Chantel, what kind of reading are you looking for, my friend? For real. So what I'll tell you is every reading that I do, I upload it, or every live stream gets uploaded and I put them on YouTube. So if you're someone who for some reason it starts glitching or doing whatever it does, my first suggestion, grounding. But also you can go back and watch it on YouTube, because I'm going to tell you guys, I don't remember readings that I do. Once I do them and I click out of your energy field, I don't remember anything. So you can feel free to go back and rewatch thanks for the Go Popular, Sarah. Feel free to go back and watch the rerun on YouTube if you would like. And that goes for anybody. Sarah, thanks for the Go Pop, dude. All right. Would you like a card, Wildflower? I know if it's cutting in and out for you, I want to make sure you can get it. Thank you. It's from the Mystical Shop. Shayna, let me pull your card, and I'm going to pull Sarah's card too. All right, what do I got for Shayna? Shayna, this is Archangel Jewels. Align with the highest and go with the flow. There's more that you can do grounding. I did, Shayna, already. Thank you for that. There's more that you could do for grounding than just using a grounding mat. There are physical things you can do to ground your own energy, if that makes sense. Like, there are physical exercises you can do. Okay, let's see. Then who's next? Sarah. All right, Sarah, what do I got? Sarah, this is Lord Weevasil. Accept and send healing. You are a being of the universe. Let's see, hold on. Choosing this card suggests that you are a being of the universe, one whose influence at a soul level extends beyond Earth. To align your frequency with the great angel, find a quiet space, center yourself, and invoke him. Know that he's connecting with you and open yourself to his guidance. Be aware that much is expected of you. This card is also an invitation to attain his training establishments on the inner planes. So if this resonates with you, ask to do so before meditation and sleep. Sarah, that was fabulous. That's also a pretty common card today, I don't mind saying. So I have one paid reading spot left if you want to do energy work, spirit guide messages, or past life readings. They're 22 or they're over here. Wildflower, I gotta be honest, I don't remember readings once I click out. So once I get out of somebody's energy, I don't remember pretty much anything that I saw in them. So the only thing I can say about it is I upload these to YouTube. So if you want to go back and rewatch the reading once it's uploaded on YouTube, you're more than welcome to. But I definitely think the only thing I really remember is receiving blockages. So those are like the two big things I remember. You're welcome. Thanks for letting me pull it for you. Is there anyone who's been waiting for an oracle card who hasn't had one yet? And then don't forget, if you're someone who's on the Patreon, tomorrow is the first live stream to get readings done, whether it's energy work, past live, or spirit guide readings, whatever it may be. We might even just do a new reading tomorrow. We'll see what happens. We haven't done soul cycle readings in a long time, so I might just do some soul cycle readings tomorrow and see what happens. Emily, I thought I pulled one for you. You're welcome. Thanks, Loki. Exactly what Loki said, Wildflower. Hi, Faith. Thank you. It is one of my favorite sweatshirts ever. Okay. Wow, man. This is tough. Okay. What are you cash apping for? What kind of reading would you like to do? I wish I could remember what the card was. We could just pull another one. What did everybody have for lunch today? Anything good? Dinky and I had fruit bowls. Faith, thanks for the manifesting, dude. If you had an energy practice, you wouldn't worry about anyone disturbing your energy, I promise. Oh, all right, let's see. Faith, do you want to do one of the soul past life spreads for soul cycles? Ooh, Sarah, sometimes sleep is more important, you know? Okay, have you ever seen me do one of these readings? Emily, I got your reading, my friend. Okay. So, Emily, I got you, my friend. I'm going to do this past life spread, and then I'm coming over to you. All right, Faith, so the way I do this is this. What I do is I tap in and I ask them to show me a more prominent soul cycle that you're working through in one of your past lives. And then we kind of look at a couple things you can do to work through it. So if that sounds good, let's see what happens. What's a prominent soul cycle that we have for Faith? Faith, can I ask you a question? Have you felt like a lot of times in your life you've kind of been stuck in at other people's discretion? Do you feel that you've just run into a bunch of blockages in your life? Like, do you feel like other people get to control a lot of things? Okay. So the two cards that came out is the Movement card and the River Styx card. And so usually this means that someone's afraid of making the wrong choices, or someone's making all the choices for them and they feel stuck unless someone else is running the show. Faith, do you have a lot of people? That's great, Miller. We love that for you. This ain't a dating show. Faith, do you feel like there are a lot of things in your life that other people control? Like, are there a lot of things in your life that you don't have control of that other people do? Do you struggle with your self-worth and your self-confidence around making decisions? Like, do you have a fear that you're going to make the wrong one? Okay, so here's the deal. This soul cycle is about you trusting yourself and not letting other people run the show. So what I mean by that is if you don't trust yourself, it means that you go to everybody else for the answer or their guidance when the answer is inside you. And so I think a lot of the blockages that you experience is the faith and trust in yourself. So let's see if we were able to, if you're able to build on that self-worth, you're going to be able to start to make changes, because I think there is a lot of times that you're too busy helping everybody else and not you. And a lot of the times people will say they're helping you, but you're actually helping them. Does that make sense? So what I will tell you is whenever someone tells me they're an empath, my first thought is boundaries. So if there's anywhere to grow from this soul cycle, it would be to start laying down boundaries, Faith, that are for you and not anybody else. Because if you don't take care of you first, you can't take care of anybody else. Does that make sense? Okay, so thank you for letting me pull those for you. Just know that you have all the answers. We just got to get you to a place where you're confident enough to accept that you have it. Make sense? Oh. Thanks for letting me in your energy, my friend. All right, Emily, what kind of reading are we doing? What kind of reading are we doing? You got it, my friend. It will be a lifelong process. I wish there was a way for us to just fix things. I would also like to remind you that if you're someone who's looking for a more in-depth reading about what is in your energy and what your spirit guides want you to know, Spirit guide snapshot reports look like this, and they tell you what's in your energy, and then they tell you what your guides want you to know, and whatever time you book them for is the time that they pop up in your email. You want to do prominent messages from your spirit guides. I just want to double check. I don't know what you mean then. What kind of reading? Your options are prominent messages from your spirit guides, an energy reading, or a past life reading. Okay, do I have permission to come over in your space? Emily, do you notice that you sometimes have like this invisible ball of energy that you feel in your throat or your mouth? Okay, so are you someone who struggles to share your emotions with people because you don't really feel safe to do it or that they really care? Okay. So what I'm going to tell you is the very first thing I noticed is the huge throat blockage that you have. So I totally get if we don't feel comfortable sharing with other people or expressing our feelings with other people, but we have to find a safe way to express it and process it within ourselves. Otherwise, it will come out in weird ways. And just kind of suppressing them and eating them doesn't do us any favors. It'll also start to physically manifest. So let me ask you another question. Are you someone who deals with like some random bouts of like belly issues that doesn't have an explainable reason? So let's sift through this for a second because there's this big heaviness that sits in your belly. So let me ask you something. Did you struggle from childhood expressing your emotions? Like, was it not something you were allowed to do? Okay. Are you also someone who has struggled with a lot of fears since childhood into adulthood? Do you have period, like irregularities and issues with your period? Okay. So, can I ask you something? If I asked you to be present with your belly, do you notice that sometimes your belly has trouble with digesting or sometimes it just doesn't feel good? Okay. Do you ever notice how tight your hips are? So, can I ask you another question? Was there a time in your life, and sometimes does it still show up, where you don't really feel safe to be in your own body? Okay. What I'm going to tell you is this. So, I'm just going to tell you the things that are lit up like a Christmas tree. Your root chakra and your sacral chakra are really like heavy. And so a couple things that leads to irregularities with our girl stuff, you know. We also carry generational trauma and past life stuff in our womb. So the other thing I'm going to tell you is this: sexual energy and creative energy are on the same frequency, just like love and money are on the same frequency. So if you are someone who struggles with some sexual stuff, you probably also struggle with some creative stuff. So if I can implore anything, it would be to find some more ways to connect back into yourself to create. And work through some of those blockages. The other thing is that your root center holds fears, insecurities, and foundational things. And so I think that there are some things in your life that have built your foundation on fear. So there are some of those blocks that are cracked and need to be removed, and it would to work through some of that stuff, you're going to have to find the energetic file that lives in your root chakra of where it came from. Jack, if you don't... God. Like, I have to be honest, your root is so your root chakra lives in your groin. And so usually there is hope. I'm in the middle of a reading. I promise I'll answer you in 1 second. When you have, I'm going to tell you to find the root, it's in childhood, because I can see it connected to your sacral chakra. So a lot of the times we experience things in childhood that we don't think like affect us until we take a look at it and how it actually bleeds out into our everyday life. So what I would do is, if you're into it, I would look at some of the things around your root chakra, like affirmations you can do and stuff like that, and see about it. I also think stretching would help a lot too, because as we stretch, we're able to move some of that energy around and it'll pop up stuff for us to look at and acknowledge. So make sure too that you're not suppressing it, because I wouldn't be surprised if you're someone who kind of does the it is what it is and then you stuff it not to deal with it. Does that make sense? Are you also working on like not over giving of other people? Okay, because there's this, it's like your right hip, right back, like your, it's like your adrenals. It's like your adrenals, kidney, right hip. So I wouldn't be surprised if you're someone who keeps yourself consistently busy. And I wouldn't be surprised if that need to constantly be busy is fueled by a fear that if you're not doing something for other people, that you're not worthy of receiving love or anything from them. So please know that you are worthy of keeping your own energy and using it for yourself, and that you're not in charge of other people and how they feel. So don't fight it. Learn to look at it through a different lens of understanding. And then what we do is we integrate in and make the stuff that we don't like about ourselves something we love about ourselves. So I always tell people, if there's something you really don't like about yourself, wrap it in love and find a way to integrate it to work for you. People always balk when I talk about shadow work. It's not a made-up theory. It's working on integrating your ego and your shadows versus spending all this time hating parts of you. Bring them to the light and find a way to love them for what they are and how you can utilize them in a good way. But if we villainize qualities about ourselves that society states we should villainize, we'll never be able to see the other side of it. So what I always tell people, especially the love and light people, is light casts shadow. And you cannot tell me that you're willing to work in the light if you're not willing to look at the shadow. So Emily, I need you to know that you are 100% worth looking at all things. And the first person who's ever going to be able to understand you and your shadows is you. So if you're looking for someone else to do it, I need you to look inside and find that you're worthy of working through those shadows, and that it's not just what other people want or need. Does that make sense? It's so worth it. Every month I create a shadow work journal. We do a theme every month, and it's because it's a never ending. Oh, am I still frozen? Hello. Hello. Can you see me? So it's a never ending thing. Like, there will never be a day where we don't have more to do. And so that's one of the things I really love about the Patreon, is that's where we really focus a lot on shadow work and what we need to look at, because the truth is, like, it's great to talk to our guides and our loved ones, but unless we sift through the wreckage in here, we'll never get up there. So Emily, I hope you know that if no one's told you today, I'm proud of you for how far you've come. And while I don't tell people to look back very often, look back and look at all of the other mountains you've climbed before, and this one won't feel as daunting. I don't do tarot, my friend. You're so welcome, Emily. Hope, are you still in here? An oracle card is a deck of cards that has a specific intention to them. So what I do is I pull an oracle for people to take a general discretion however they would like it to be. So if you would like an oracle card, I would be more than happy to pull one for you. Thank you for being patient with me. Emily, thank you again for letting me in your energy. It's always an honor and a privilege. And don't forget, I have stuff between Patreon, Discord. If you want to start doing meditations, you want to start doing your own energy work, feel free to check them out, truthfully, because you're worth it. All right, Hope, let's see. Let's see. Hope, this is the Guardian Angel card. Love yourself unconditionally and ask for help. Ooh, I love that. That's why we do craft night every other week, because art is really an important thing, like super important. This card reminds you that you are loved unconditionally. When you remember that, your self-worth, self-esteem, and confidence increase. You feel happier and more harmonious, and you view the outside world through eyes of love. Your guidance now is to see yourself as your angel sees you and look for the good in yourself and others so that your heart center glows. Then your own etheric wings will spread and grow, and people will sense them and be drawn to you, so enfold those who need comfort. If you need help, ask your angel, and if you're asking for what doesn't happen, either the timing is wrong or it isn't for the highest good. Emily, I don't know if you heard your card. Would you like me to pull it again? Oh, yes. Thank you guys for all the follows. So appreciative. And thank you guys for helping me with lighting up the gift gallery. You guys rock. All right, Emily, let's see. You're welcome, Hope. This is Archangel Azrael. It is time to let go and prepare for change. This card advises you that it is time for a transition in your life. One part is ending and another is waiting to take its place. You may need to cut the cords to an aspect of your current life, maybe a person, a situation, a job, a house, or even a country. Your guidance is to release the old graciously and courageously and prepare for the birth of something unexpected but unknown. It may be a creative project or a baby, and you may even be relinquishing an old characteristic and birthing a new aspect of yourself. Know that the universe is supporting you with the new, whatever it is. You are receiving healing, inspiration, and love from the angelic realms. Something good is coming into your life, so enjoy it. That was fab. Thanks for letting me pull it for you. So, here's the deal. Tomorrow is the live stream and Patreon for people's energy work and readings, depending on what tier you're in. Friday, the new podcast episode comes out. Thursday is Throwback Thursday, and I think tomorrow on live stream we'll do some soul cycle readings because we haven't just done soul cycles in a while. And don't forget, there's spirit guide snapshots, past life snapshots, and energy rituals available in the private booking link. And also, if you're someone who joins Soul Sanctuary in the Patreon, you get access. I do your soul design within the first week of you joining too. You also get access to every class, every meditation, all the other things. And then don't forget Embers on a 7-day free trial too. So, okay, I have to, like, I'm floating over here. I gotta pee. Is there anybody who has questions about anything, readings, oracles, any of the things before I run away? Because I have to pee. Has to happen. I might be on later. I'm not 100% positive. We shall see what happens with that. We shall see. Speak now, forever hold your peace. All right, then I'm running away because I'm floating away. Bye. I love you all. Feel free, come hang out in the Discord.